Dary, legendary. Okay, so you're back here at Culture Shock for our part 2 episode of the great debate, Friends versus How I Met Your Mother.
Last forever part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
So last time we cut Adrian off, something our listeners have been probably wanting to do for a long time now.
I talk a lot.
However, I guess we could let Adrian finish his train of thought. So Adrian, you were saying last time you're getting to your conclusion of which show you prefer or which show you like better.
Yeah, so I'm not going to obviously go back into all the pros, like what each show did better. You can listen to that at the end of our first episode. But the conclusion I was coming to, I'll tell you at the end of the episode.
Oh, motherfucker, you had a week to figure this out. Let's go.
I've had a year to figure this out.
Doug and Corey have already given their opinion. They haven't gone in depth, but they've already established last episode that they prefer Friends.
Yes, but we didn't have to do that till the end of the episode.
I think I am pretty well cemented in my answer. I will say that. So we have an hour and a half to see if my mind sways, which it does literally every day with these two shows. Like, Doug is pretty well cemented in the Friends camp. Corey is Friends. Mike is How I Met Your Mother. But theirs are close. But mine is like the razor thin margin of all of us. Like they said on the last episode, they're on either side of the fence, like putting their hand through. I'm on top of the fence. Like, if one of these shows is like a 9, the other one is like an 8.9, and they switch.
I dug a bunker and moved into my side of the fence.
Yeah, Doug is the only one that's like set. He's in the house watching Friends.
And I like How I Met Your Mother. But
Yeah.
it's just no Friends.
It's a show about Frauno.
Yeah, there's lots of Friends on that show.
I see what you're saying.
And what I mean by lots of Friends on that show, I mean they copied lots of things from Friends on that show.
Oh, okay.
You see what I did?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Corey's more in Camp Friends than you give him credit.
I don't see any of the similarities whatsoever.
As How I Met Your Mother's playing in his background.
Yeah, that's true. It's playing right behind me.
And I was talking about watching How I Met Your Mother at work before.
Audience, you just got slapped.
I would be foolish to think that there isn't similarities and that there isn't things that How I Met Your Mother clearly is stolen from Friends. I'm not going to say that they didn't. I just, I can't sit here and say that because of that, it makes Friends better.
Yeah.
No, that's not why it makes it better. It's just one of my arguments that I always have.
Absolutely. You can't deny they borrowed from
Yeah, the
Friends.
thing that makes Friends better than How I Met Your Mother is probably everything from the beginning of the episode to the end when the credits roll. I stole your joke, Corey, but I use it differently.
That's my Jaws joke. How dare you?
Don't talk about Jaws again. Corey will get pissed.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Remember last time we brought up Jaws, it literally broke his train of thought.
Yeah, I can't function.
Man.
Yeah, but as far as I go with this episode, so the reason we're doing this is we're kind of on a time crunch nowadays, all of us adulting with our jobs. But,
Boo.
you know, we just wanted to keep talking about this. We didn't feel like the time we had was quite enough. So this may not end up being a full-length episode. We'll see. But, you know, just I felt like there was more to say. Last time I did a ton of How I Met Your Mother facts, and we talked a lot about Friends moments. So today, at least for me, I'm going to be doing the exact inverse. Be giving you a lot of Friends fun facts and a lot of How I Met Your Mother moments.
I think I defended Friends quite a bit on the last one. I don't really need to grit my teeth into that anymore. I made my point, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to kind of stick on the talking about How I Met Your Mother moments because it does have bigger moments. I do believe that there's more of a story and you care about those characters a little more, just a little bit more because they let you into their world a little more. Friends is a little one note in that way where there are some emotional moments, but even the big ones don't quite destroy you the way How I Met Your Mother found a way to do. So How I Met Your Mother definitely in that category beats Friends 100%.
Yeah, How I Met Your Mother is so weird, like in the fact that, as Doug talked about last week, like there are situations that are so unrealistic in the show. But like when you get away from those ridiculous situations, that maybe you could leave up like it's Ted's imagination as an older person, like his narrative. But the characters, when they're not being ridiculously over the top like that, they're also more like realistic. I feel like they're in a more lived in world.
Oh yeah, no, the real moments feel real. Like they don't
Yeah.
feel scripted. They don't feel like a lot of times you're so invested in it that you're like almost there.
Yeah, the emotional moments hit me like it's happening to one of my friends. Friends.
The beautiful thing is, like, one of the biggest heartbreaking moments in How I Met Your Mother is when Marshall finds out his dad's dead.
Yeah.
They didn't tell him what Lily was going to say to him, so that reaction is like actually legitimate.
Right.
Like
that
when
was
when he's like, my dad's dead, and he's like actually crying and everything, like that's a real moment. So like they kind of brought you into it by doing that. Like you actually feel the emotion there because it's actually real.
Yeah, he's literally like, he's just as shocked to hear it as we are as the audience.
Yeah, when that final crack when he says I'm not ready for this and kind of melts into her.
God.
It's rough.
Yeah, that is so hard to get through. And then his dad's funeral, like the next episode, also a rough one, you know?
Yes.
Really showing, like, obviously he gets the happy ending with the voicemail with his dad realizing he butt dialed him.
Yeah.
But everything leading up to it, like how life's not fair, and it's like, that really hurts.
Even though the last moment being Rent Crocodile Dundee 3, it totally holds up. That's a great last moment. I would absolutely love that as being the last thing that was said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a Rent Crocodile Dundee 3? I mean,
Yeah.
is there a Crocodile Dundee 3?
Yeah, that's the one where he comes to San Francisco or whatever.
Oh my god, that movie is a
They're
mess.
horrible,
Okay.
but
It's kind of funny because I actually had a Marshall moment in my life. Like I found a voicemail from my dad, you know, a couple months after he passed that
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
know I had.
I didn't know that.
It was just him being himself, you know. It was like in the middle of summertime, and he's like, "Why didn't you pick up your phone? Stop golfing. It's too hot out there for that kind of joke." You know, the kind of thing my dad would always do.
typical nagging dad.
Yeah, so but it was just I saved it because
Well, yeah, of
mean,
course.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it made me cry, but it was just really nice to find. So I actually, even more so now, resonate with that a lot more.
I was really like the scene where he goes to the graveyard and has the and grills
Yeah.
and stuff. Like everybody ends up showing up, like always.
All right. And like first he's totally annoyed, and then one of the guys says, like, you remind me of your dad, and it makes him realize, like,
Well, he actually calls him Marvin.
Yeah, accidentally calls him Marvin.
Sorry, Marsh.
yeah, that's great. You know, there's just a ton of moments like that in How I Met Your Mother. Just, you know, you have, speaking of fathers, you know, you have Barney with his dad freaking out with him. Like,
Oh yeah,
if you were going to be some lame suburban dad, why couldn't you be that for me? And oh my God, that like hit, just Neil Patrick
Oh,
Harris.
the one with John Lithgow.
Yeah, when he's trying to take off the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Neil Patrick Harris's acting is so damn good.
when Robin finds out she can't have kids, even though she never wanted kids, finding out that she couldn't broke her because, and I feel like anybody finding that out, it would kind of hurt them because like, no, there's something wrong with me.
And she even says, like, I can't remember how she words it, but like, even though you don't want something, it like, it hurts knowing that you can never have it. You know, it's like she didn't want kids, but like, damn, the fact that it could never happen if she ever had a change of heart.
It's different when it's completely taken away from you, the chance to even do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's other funnier moments when Robin talks about wanting something she can't have, like with Barney.
or you know, the lobster.
Oh yeah,
When she finds out she's allergic.
with her face all swollen up.
That is exactly how I plan on spending my next birthday. I am very allergic to shellfish.
That's how you're spending your next birthday.
I am going to sit there with an EpiPen and a whole basket of shrimp and lobster and crab. And
Can we get a picture of your swollen face for all of our social media?
just in case, I'm going to send it out. You know,
We already have a picture of Corey in a Michigan sweater. Go blue.
that's unfortunate, and I wish it never happened. Listen, guys, I was young and dumb, and
It doesn't exist on the internet, but real physical photos of me and Steelers stuff exist.
Hey.
As a child, my parents
Yeah.
decked me out in it.
There's a photo of me in a Steelers coat when I was like 8.
Dude, I was in sweatpants, like shirt, like socks. It was ridiculous.
Listen, I've only been a Steelers fan for 2 years of my life, 2005 and 2008. When they won the Super Bowl.
Anyway, back to the topic.
Anyway, yeah. Since we're talking about Robin, I just, you know, we can get into more about emotional moments, but last week we did talk a lot about Friends' funny moments. So, you know, just for all the How I Met Your Mother haters, there are some very funny How I Met Your Mother moments.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
So since we're talking about Robin, I just wanted to go over like one of my favorite moments from her, a couple of my favorite lines from Robin. I don't know why, but when they do the Ted Mosby architect episode, and when Robin and Lily are coming to that lawyer's party to find Marshall, and she's like, damn, these are some drunk almost lawyers. I love that. It makes me laugh.
She has a lot of good throwaway lines.
She does. And then when Lily's pregnant and she's about to give birth, and Robin's like, I can't remember what they're talking about, but Robin's like, that was not cool, Ted. And Lily's like, contraction. She's like, that's not cool, Ted? Or that wasn't cool, Ted?
Yeah.
Well, I think because of the writing, like how they wrote her character and gave her all those lines, a lot of people expected her to be like this bigger actress than she actually became. Because I remember reading an article about is it Kobe Smulders. I remember reading an article how they said, "Oh, she's going to be the next big name actress in Hollywood."
Yeah,
that sure as hell didn't happen.
I never expect any cable TV show actor or actress to explode. It's like the people that talk about Grant Gustin as the Flash is like, yeah, he's great for the CW, but like they're like, are you going to put him in the movie? And the director laughed. And everyone was like, why are you laughing? I was like, oh, you're serious.
He is going to be in the movie, but not
I know,
actually
but
like...
What I meant was cast him as like, the main... Yeah, and everyone was like, are you kidding?
It's okay. That man's got a lifelong career in musical theater if he wants it. He's very good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I do tend to agree with you, though. I never like look at an actor from a show and expect...
No, it rarely happens. Jennifer Aniston from Friends was very fortunate to...
Yeah, I didn't expect her career to explode like that.
I don't think anybody expected her career to explode like that.
She was in the first Leprechaun.
She was.
Oh, God.
Courtney Cox was already kind of...
Yeah, she was semi-established.
Yeah, that was the weird part about her.
She was like the only like semi-known person in the cast.
She came in as the superstar.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Matt LeBlanc is really the only one from that cast that didn't go on to do a lot of big things.
He's in that show episodes. It's pretty funny, actually.
Is it?
In that show Joey.
He was in that show Joey.
Let's forget about that one.
Speaking of really great sitcoms and then them getting really awful spinoffs.
Joey.
Joni loves Chachi.
But Joni loves Chachi.
Oh, wait a minute. Corey, you're right. That's another thing that How I Met Your Mother did that Friends did. They did a spinoff.
Did they?
Oh, How I Met Your Father.
How I Met Your Father, which started on Hulu.
Yeah.
I've heard many mixed reviews about it, so I have yet to watch it, so I'm not going to say it's bad or good.
But wait, is it a spinoff?
Yes.
Who's in it from How I Met Your Mother?
There's no main character from How I Met Your Mother, but the apartment is in the show.
Yeah.
Oh.
So technically, it's a spinoff.
It is considered basically kind of like a continuation of not that story, but the universe is continuing.
Exactly.
Do they do like a narration like they did with How I Met Your Mother?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I can't remember who does
Kim Cattrall is
older Hillary Duff.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's pretty good so far, but she's
I
a
wish
little...
they would have just let Hillary Duff do it.
God damn it. Did they learn nothing from How I Met Your Mother?
To be completely honest with you, they show Kim Cattrall on the couch a little too much.
Oh, do they?
Oh, really?
Because it's her on the couch now. It's not the kids. Like,
oh.
She's on the couch talking, and they show her like twice an episode now. They shouldn't do that. It should just be her voice.
Well, I don't like that.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, because they never showed Bob Saget.
No, not once.
I actually think I like it better that they show that it's a different person for no reason.
You like that better?
I always wanted them to do that with Bob Saget.
They look nothing alike.
To be fair, it would have been hilarious if they showed Bob Saget talking.
I wanted the kids when it turned around and put the camera on his head for the first time when he was telling the story to the kids. I wanted it to be Bob Saget. I wanted it to go from Ted's voice to Bob Saget's
What if it was Bob Saget going after Robin at the end? She opened her window. She's like, "Who the fuck are you?"
That would have been the ultimate ending. I would have been so happy.
Oh, I think that would have been a curveball that
No. They would have had to pretend like nothing was off. It was just Ted.
Yeah,
totally normal.
I'm surprised they never did like a spoof of that, like just a little clip of Bob Saget, like.
And I just want to throw in there, rest in fucking peace.
Oh yeah, rest in peace.
Yes. We dedicated the last episode to Bob Saget, and this being a continuation.
Still rest in peace.
We should dedicate this episod to Dio.
To Dio? In a rainbow in the dark.
I love when Dio sings in How I Met Your Mother. Cry from the mountain. No, this is way past due, so we can edit it out.
The dragon
and the dragon.
Oh
Are
shit!
You crying?
No, you're crying.
You guys act like I hate How I Met Your Mother.
No, I don't think you hate How I Met Your Mother. You just clearly think Friends is a better show.
I think their whole point, actually, Doug, is that they're just not trying to sway you because they know they're not going to.
Oh, okay.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
I think they're just letting you have your opinion.
And oddly, I think we all kind of agree in the sense that like Friends is the more funnier show,
It is.
and How I
Yeah.
Met Your Mother has the more serious like moments.
It just goes to show you of the four of us what we're looking for more, because those two shows are so fucking equal. It's almost impossible to pick a favorite. But if you're more of a comedy laugh per minute fan, you're on the side of the fence with Friends. But if you want to feel things a little more often and be serious, you're on the other side of that fence.
Which is so weird about me because, like, as you guys know, like recording enough with me, I tend to go for things that have like a deeper message and are more heartfelt. But
Green Mile.
But my favorite comedy of all time is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And they fucking like below that, there's a lot of shows with a lot of heartfelt, but it's still comedy. But then It's Always Sunny.
No heartfelt.
There's no heartfelt
in Always
moments.
Sunny.
Not really.
Any chance is shit on as hard as possible.
And that's kind of their point, is they shit on those moments where characters should develop. Like they're like, nope. Except recently, you know, when Matt came out, that was beautiful. But we'll talk about that another time. I get it. Frank Reynolds.
I didn't know about that. We will have to get into it. Yeah, I'm behind on Always Sunny.
Okay, yeah. But fuck. Well, this is way out of this. I just wanted to get back to Friends in just a small sense. Since you guys said that Courtney Cox was like the star before the show started, she was actually the only person in the main cast that never won an Emmy during that show.
Wow.
Really?
You mean during the show's run?
Yeah, during the show's run.
She did great in a lot of episodes.
Oh, I
her
agree.
character was insane sometimes.
Yeah, I love Monica, but she was the only one never won for leading actress or supporting actress or anything.
Was Courtney Cox the one that auditioned for Rachel? Didn't they audition for like the opposite roles?
Well, no, Marta Kaufman, David Crane, they wanted her for Rachel, but Courtney Cox like outright refused them.
Yeah,
she said, I want to be Monica because I want to be like the strong character.
And then Jennifer Aniston almost wasn't a part of the show, right? Because she was on another show that failed.
Yeah, another show that was, I guess, terrible.
She was a waitress or something in the show.
Yeah, same thing with Matthew Perry. I can't remember what the show was called, but Matthew Perry was in another show about like working at an airport for aliens or something.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he was doing cocaine in his bathroom and talking to aliens doesn't mean he was recording a show, okay?
Woo! A couple career landmines missed.
To be fair, he did that the entire run of Friends, and he still recorded stuff.
Well, that's true.
So he obviously found a way.
He is one of those actors that, you know, went through the whole drug thing, and somehow like people still love him. Like people are always like, we wish him the best, we want him to be better.
And it's hilarious.
Like,
like
Friends.
If you watch that show, like binge it, like he's skinny one season, he's fat the next season, he's skinny one season, he's fat.
Oh my god,
he's orange one season.
Yeah.
Like,
the biggest difference is from the season when he proposes to Monica, he's fat, and then the very following episode, somehow wearing the same shirt, he's thin as fuck.
He's meth head skinny.
he got that good coke money.
That whole first couple episodes, any line he gives, his eyes are huge. He has his eyes wide open and he's like nodding.
Do you think that's why they gave him glasses in the show?
That might maybe
Because he started wearing glasses around that time.
He always wore glasses.
Oh yeah, just reading glasses.
I was doing a Friends joke. None of you picked up on it.
You always wore glasses.
Shit.
No, I didn't.
You know I didn't always wear glasses, right, babe? Of course not. She mouths no idea when he sits down.
Which, by the way, she totally did a Chandler there, because when people turn their backs, he's always the one that's like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
He was clearly rubbing off on her.
Every night.
Yeah, I can't sleep. Where's that book that you always read? What happened? Didn't you read the book? Yeah, it got good.
It got interesting.
It got interesting. Since we're talking about Friends, a couple things that also could have taken the show in a wildly different direction. I think you guys already knew this. Joey and Monica originally were going to be the main relationship in the show.
Oh boy,
That would have been terrible.
They kind of teased at it that time, like when Joey moved in. Like, would you like to come over for some lemonade?
And then he does the naked man.
The naked man.
I honestly don't hate the idea of the super neat, clean freak, anal woman kind of taking in the ladies' man, dirty, grubby mess of a actor, and kind of like the character development that Joey could have gotten the whole way to the end of the show. Might have actually been a beautiful story, but
I hate those I can fix them storylines. I hate them.
But in the 90s, that was very popular.
Ugh.
I absolutely love the slow build with Monica and Chandler. Because, I mean, season 3, Chandler's like, are you telling me that if I wasn't the last man on earth, you wouldn't date me? Like, he's trying so hard to convince her that he would be dateable.
And she just says, that's as good as he gets. Honey, you will always be the guy who peed on me.
All right. And since we're still on the Friends train here, I know last episode I talked about a couple of people who auditioned for key roles in How I Met Your Mother. So I want to talk about a few auditions here for Friends. Tell me what you guys would think of these choices. So first of all, Phoebe, a couple of the leading girls to get the role. Kathy Griffin, which I would have hated.
Oh, no.
Because I don't like Kathy Griffin.
No.
I don't even know who that is.
It's that redhead with the really annoying voice. She's a comedian. She was famous for a while in the 90s.
Oh, ooh, gross. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Wait,
No.
Redhead annoying comedian, Carrot Top?
Hey, dude, he'll beat your ass. She's jacked.
Yeah, she is.
No, Carrot Top's jacked.
I said Carrot Top will beat your ass. He's jacked.
I thought you said she's jacked. I said, yeah, she is.
His biceps are probably as big as my head.
But his legs are smaller than your toes. He skipped leg day for sure.
You heard it here first. Carrot Top skips leg day.
You did not hear it here first. Trust me.
No.
Not one person listening gives a shit about Carrot Top. Moving on.
Hey, what's this? Pull out of his box toothpicks. Oh, it's my legs.
75% of the people listening don't know who the fuck Carrot Top is.
Box of props. No, that's a lie. Like 80% of our listeners are our age, so they.
Oh well, that's true.
Yeah, actually, Carrot Top is consistently one of the highest grossing comedians in the world.
I don't know how he does
It's
it.
my box of props.
Yeah, because he goes to Vegas and people are in Vegas and they're like, "Hey, let's go see Carrot Top. I'm drunk."
You know what the funny part is? I'd go see him, so I get it, I guess.
And when you're drunk, you make bad decisions. When you make bad decisions, you go to see Carrot Top. No, but the other choice for Phoebe was Jane Lynch.
What?
Give me a character. Or a movie
She
or
was
something.
in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh,
She's his boss.
Yeah, she's his boss.
okay.
She's in Glee, I think. If you watch, I don't.
She's really good in Glee.
She is really good in Glee.
I only know she's in Glee because I saw she was in MasterChef recently.
She's also in Role Models as the
Oh yeah.
Sturdy Wings.
Oh.
She's the runner of Sturdy
I
Wings.
forgot about that movie. Okay.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
you know what? I take that back.
She would have been a good Phoebe. No,
Yeah,
doubt.
she probably would have been a good Phoebe.
Yeah, Jane Lynch is awesome.
She's very good.
She's a psycho. So
And then Hank Azaria, who obviously played David, the scientist, he auditioned for Joey.
That would have been awful.
No, I don't.
no,
I don't like that.
No.
Joey would have been a different character.
Now, do I think David should have been in the show a little more? Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do I wish he would have been in the show a little more? Yes.
I love David.
I do like that they brought him back during the whole Mike
Yeah,
Phoebe thing.
That was,
kind of cool.
And how awkward it was when she takes Mike back. Well, I'm gonna leave.
I felt so bad for David. Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, because when he comes back, like, not only does he lose out on Phoebe, which is his fault. Like, she waited
Yeah.
for years and years.
He went to Mint.
But also you find out like his whole trip to Minsk was unsuccessful and like he's broke. So like what happened to David? I feel bad for him.
He's a disgraced scientist with absolutely no findings.
He's a disgraced nuclear physicist. No, he's not. I just wanted to reference the John Mulaney
Doc Brown?
joke. Doc Brown. Oh,
fuck outta here.
disgraced.
Hey, in the first movie, he is a disgraced scientist. Whereas, no, wait, no, it's the second movie.
Well, the first movie, he already was a disgraced scientist. In the second movie,
Oh, he goes to jail.
You guys just don't know how time travel works, obviously. Anyway, moving on.
yeah, I do. I watched Endgame.
You tell me Back to the Future is bullshit?
God damn it. We're going to put that in every episode, I swear to God. Guys, we're gonna talk about Endgame one day, and we're not gonna say it.
No. The very first thing we ever talked about on this podcast was Back to the Future, so it's okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, go back and see episode 1. So since we're asking questions here, do you guys think Ross might have been kind of a bad dad when it came to Ben?
He's a horrible father.
I think he was a great example of like dudes who just didn't understand what, like, because he was afraid of like the man nanny, like.
Yeah,
he was like the nerdy dude. Like, so it was so weird that he had all like these really toxic masculinity traits.
Yeah, he was kind of like toxic, like macho, but he wasn't at all.
Yeah, exactly. It was always so awkward to me. Like
what with Ross, it's like they stuffed a bunch of stereotypes into one character.
Yeah.
But like some of them didn't match.
I think that's why it worked though.
It totally works.
Shouldn't have matched, but that totally, I could see that happening in real life.
Totally, yeah.
Speaking of the man nanny, this just might be me finding this super ironic and funny, but Freddie Prinze married Sarah Michelle Gellar, so he did marry a Gellar.
That is funny.
Jesus Christ.
a small thread of a connection there.
Or as they said at her wedding, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Guerra.
Yeah, no, but my biggest thing about Ross with Ben is, why did Ben never meet Emma? Like,
Dude, Ben was pretty much wrote out of the show at that point. Like, you never saw Ben again.
I think that's why.
Cole Sprouse.
I've had this argument with people before. I've turned a couple people. I'm not saying I'm going to turn you guys, but when you think about the show Friends, it's kind of every season is kind of like a year of their lives.
Yeah.
There's only 24 episodes, which means you're only seeing 24 days.
Even though Ross is 29 for 3 straight seasons.
Yeah. So even if that's the case, you're only seeing 70 days of 365 days.
Yeah, right.
So
that's true.
really, you're not seeing most of the time he's with Ben. You don't know if him and
That's
Emma
true.
were always together. Honestly, you don't see that stuff.
It's not like the friend group is always together. It's just those are the
Exactly.
moments we see.
You know, you never see him in the show anymore, but that doesn't mean anything. He mentions him a couple times.
Yeah.
That's valid.
It really just kind of got, the big thing was really just the Sprouse twins just got too big for it.
Yeah, he mentions them a few times like bad fathers do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I had to go. That's why I had to go like be a son to Adam Sandler and Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did Big Daddy come out when Friends was going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
it was
right
like
in-
right near the end of Friends.
Which I'm pretty sure is why Ben was almost never in it anymore.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, that kid said he had a huge crush on Jennifer Aniston when they were filming.
Of course he did.
Actually, I think one of the last episodes Ben's in is the one where they're doing all the pranks.
Yeah, where they roll the coin down their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Ross is like, tell me that's the only thing you taught him. He has the giant line down his face. She's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, crap. She's like, I have to go.
It's all right. They get Rachel back by throwing that dummy down the steps.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is a great moment. I didn't know exactly what this episode was going to entail, so I just came up with a few questions for each show. Another one with Friends. Why do Rachel and Chandler, like when they meet in the first season, why do they act like they don't know each other? Was that just like kind of something they messed up with the writing? Because they had met 3 separate times.
Sitcoms do this all the time.
Right.
Any sitcom that lasts longer than like 5 seasons, they fuck shit up from the first couple seasons. Like they forget certain things that they did.
You got to think those writers spent so much fucking time on those scripts for the first couple seasons. They don't want to know about them seasons anymore. They're done with it. They want it out of their heads, so they're going to forget small continuities because they don't watch the show, I'm sure.
Because like you knew in season 1 that Ross and Chandler were college roommates, right?
Right. Yes.
So like I wonder if they knew seasons ahead that Chandler and Rachel had met, or if they just like they added that on seasons later and then it didn't add up with the.
I think they added it on just specifically for that episode when Janice asked, have all of you slept with each other or whatever. I feel like that was really the only reason they did it.
Because like there's the Thanksgiving thing when Chandler goes to their house.
Yeah.
Yep.
On 2 separate occasions, I think.
Yeah, 2 different years.
Yeah, because one he has the flock of seagulls haircut.
And then the other one he's dressed like George Michael.
Yeah, the first time they're like, yeah, we look so stupid.
Yeah.
He's like fixing his
They pull up their sport coat sleeves.
Yeah.
We look like idiots.
And then there's, of course, what Mike was talking about when Janice asked if they almost slept with each other and they met at the Central Perk bar.
Yeah. Did they ever say what the name of that bar was?
Was it a different name? I mean, I imagine it was, but...
Obviously, it wouldn't be Central Perk.
I think they just say the name of the guy who owns it and he's closing it. I don't think they say the name.
They're closing the bar.
Was it McLaren?
Was it Shears?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
There's your answer.
Oh, man.
Awkward.
Awkward. Isn't that what the guy says in Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Awkward.
That's one of the most misquoted things of all time. People say, whoopsie. Not
Yeah,
even what he's
right.
saying.
Idiots.
Idiots.
I disagree. I love you all.
You could tell which one of us definitely runs the social media.
You can love an idiot. It's okay. I don't, but you can.
I love 6 of them every day. And if any of you are listening, I love you.
And he puts up with us, so
And yeah,
Speak for yourself.
love is a
Oh, no.
strong word for you 3, though.
I'm definitely an idiot.
We're all idiots. Let's agree.
Doug disagrees with that. He
I
doesn't think
do.
he's an idiot.
Anyway, moving.
Anyway.
And that's what makes him an idiot.
I guess we can all have like fantasies, Corey. Anyway,
Oh,
I do.
God. So, Friends and How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about. So now let's ask some of the important questions for How I Met Your Mother. And I think this is the one that's on all of our minds. Did Ted have a threesome?
100%.
Did Ted get the
Man.
belt?
He got the belt.
Did he, though? He didn't. Did you? You did. You did it, didn't you? You didn't.
That smug look on his face said it all.
That gave us the answer, you think?
Yeah.
I 100% think he did.
You think he did?
I think he did.
Maybe he chose not to admit to it in the story because he didn't want his kids to know, even though he's a terrible father and told them all the other stupid stories.
And told them that he was in that situation. Like he had two girls up in his apartment. Like,
am I a bad dad?
And told them that Barney panicked when he almost did.
oh yeah, that's right.
So not even his story. He was telling other people's stories too.
Hey, there you go, Adrian. You asked if Ross is a bad dad. Ted's clearly the worst dad.
Ted is a bad dad.
Well, we have the answer to that one. Who's the worst dad?
Are we gonna have a worst dad tier list as a running gag? Because I think Goku wins, but
Well, I mean, clearly. Goku at this point is not even the dad. He's just like the weird uncle. Piccolo's the real dad.
Piccolo's the dad. You're my son, Gohan. Okay, Mr. Piccolo Dad.
Now go fight this dinosaur.
God, I almost spit my coffee out.
Goku, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, now go fight this dinosaur and get me his tail.
I'm hungry.
Oh my god.
Fuck the moon.
This is all for a different episode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That'll be
okay,
a
guys.
fun one.
Here's my question: did Piccolo destroy the moon?
Yeah.
Is that even
Clearly.
possible?
Well, no.
Well,
Actually.
oh, okay, I shouldn't even ask that. Doug's gonna go off for an hour. He's gonna be late for work just so he
No,
can
no,
talk about.
He didn't, but I'll get into that another time. Do you want to know?
No, not at all. I don't.
We'll find out when we do that episode.
We'll find out on the next episode of Culture Shocked.
Whoa, who made that noise and what was it?
That was the next noise after that music.
The Wilhelm scream.
No, I accidentally did the Daniel Radcliffe scream.
Man.
Okay, what are we talking
So
about?
many callbacks.
Oh, no, but since we're talking about Dragon Ball Z, this doesn't have to do with How I Met Your Mother at all, but I'm going to do a very loose interpretation. Dragon Ball Z is about fighting, you know?
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite episodes of How I Met Your Mother is when they get into a fight, and
Which fight?
when they get in the fight
With
in
the
the back
swords?
of the bar. No,
Oh.
with Will Sasso's character.
Oh man, you guys drink for free for life.
You helped me beat the crap out of those guys. I think one of my favorite moments in the entire show is the 2 flashbacks to Marshall fighting his brothers.
Oh my god, yeah.
The first one makes me laugh so much because he's like, timesies, Cocoa break.
And then they all put their feet up.
Yeah, and then later when it reveals, like, and they're playing Murder Train, it's so over the top. He's just beating the shit out of his
He's
brother.
fucking him up.
I used to fight with my brothers. Aw.
He's like crying his eyes out while he's beating his brother to a bloody pulp. It's so damn good.
You mentioned Doug, and now it brought me to a thought. Who is your favorite side character from each show?
Oh, that's a good question. I really, as far as How I Met Your Mother, I think it's a tie between Brad and Simon. Brad is fucking, these eggs Benny's are redonk.
Louise Marsh's parents just put in a pool.
No, but she did put in a jacuzzi. One of my favorite lines from the show is also Simon, $4 for a brew? What a rip. Good thing I'm packing. And he just pulls out a beer from his pants.
I love when he's talking about being in the water slide park. He's like, go. What about you, Ted? And he's like, he's like, oh, kid just went, he died. Now your friend Robin's got something to report on the news. Guess what, guys? My friend Ted just killed some kids.
Yeah, Ted's like, looks like both your lives went in drastically different directions. That's right, because I saved lives. Hey, babe, maybe you could put this on your show. Well, it's not the show, it's the news. Right, you could put it on the news.
Fucking James Vanderbeek.
And they're like donating the animals while playing Murder Train. Murder!
Hey, Hey, they adopted so many animals because of that one.
Yeah, that's right. I think they got the wrong message about
It's true. She mentions that all the dogs got like adopted right away because they thought they were killing them.
Adrian, no likey.
Adrian, we already told you get no catchphrases.
You get no catchphrases.
Damn it.
Baker, Adrian, yeah. She's terrible.
God damn it. Favorites.
No, but How I Met Your Mother, it's easily Brad or Simon. I love the entire fight in the courtroom between Brad and Marsh, with Brad just taking his shirt off in that video. He's like up there just like acting all sexy.
Frog leg.
Frog leg.
I think I like either the captain or just the Ericksons, like the whole family.
The family?
Yeah, like the
That's
Ericksons themselves. Like every time they were in an episode, it was just hilarious. Or
Bass Basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
Basketball.
The salad.
I have a bit of a bias on this one because I love this actor so much. I think I'm Lily's dad. I'm a huge Chris Elliott fan. I love Chris Elliott.
Mickey. Yeah.
Mickey. I love Chris Elliott so much.
I brought diseases.
You just got slapped. New from Aldrin Games.
Oh, that's nice, honey. I gotta go. Click. My daughter's having a baby. He jumps over the key.
That was a nice redeeming moment for him.
It was actually like, I didn't think he was going to have, like, I thought he was just going to be that character that they made fun of, all, he's a horrible father, haha. And then he had that huge moment and it gave me the feels.
That was a moment where Allison Hannigan fucking choked me up with her line delivery. Like when he's at the door. Like she shows she can be a great actress, but they just give her these fucking, like we talked about last week, like, you son of a bitch.
It's not her acting that ever bothered me.
No, she's a great actress.
Yeah, it's not Allison Hannigan's fault. I just hate the character of Lily.
Her character sucks. Nope, sucks.
Nope, sucks. Fucking Lily. I love the exchange between, this is like when she's deciding if she's ready to have a baby, like when she gets drunk on the wine and Robin and Ted come to the door and she's like disguising a baby as dinner.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't think I'm ready for dinner yet. Ted's like, I had a late lunch, so I'm not hungry. And she's like, no. She's like, no, dinner's a baby. Robin's like, Lily, that's horrible. Oh man.
Babies.
That's horrible. And then a couple exchanges between Lily and Marshall. I love when Lily, she's like, I can't remember what it's referring to, but Lily's like, Marshall, we hate Ted now. Get on board or the sexting stops. Marshall's like, Ted's a son of a bitch.
Do you think that they over sexualized their relationship and like for the viewers?
No, I think it was actually really cool.
I think it was more actually like just like Corey said. I think it was really cool.
It felt relationshipy.
It did. I mean, I was just wondering, like, did it seem natural? Because I mean,
yeah,
I think it was more a portrait of what modern people were actually like in those days, and less of like the fucking ancient happy days. Oh, those guys like each other. Bullshit that we always got.
Yeah, I just got the feeling that they're two people that like never fell out of love with each other. Like they were always obsessed with each other.
They're Marshmallow and Lily Pad.
Honestly, in any show or movie I've ever watched, they're one of my favorite couples to ever exist.
Like it gets to the point even sometimes where they're friends, like Ted, like when they zoom the camera over and reveal Ted's there, and like sometimes he's like, ugh. But it's like they fucking love each other. Like after all those years, they never stop loving each other.
What do you mean, ugh? How can you have salt and pepper without cumin?
Salt, pepper, and cumin. That was a great sequence.
I'd like to go on record and say that Ted had the worst costumes ever.
Oh my God.
Costume guy. I'm a hanging Chad. It's not funny, Ted.
Professor Mosby, you're the coolest. Well, hot dog.
The hot dog was an awesome costume.
It was. Now get out of here, you crazies.
What is it with people in fucking hot dog costumes? I don't get why people like this. You guys are all sitting here laughing your ass off over a hot dog costume.
Doug, you don't understand. We're not hot dogs. So when you dress like one, it's like we are hot dogs.
Oh, I love the fucking Yeah. I love the fucking, speaking of the costumes, I love when Robin's like, I swear every other person is dressed like a gay pirate this year. Marshall comes out of the bathroom. Lily, do you think my mascara's smearing? He's dressed as Jack Sparrow.
You remember, I believe Brad was dressed as a hot dog too outside the law firm.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was like a sausage, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
just don't
yeah.
get it. I just don't get the hot dog costume thing.
Jonah Hill did it and accepted. Ask me about my wiener.
It's like the same obsession people have with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, you know? There's just something inherently great about a hot dog, except I hate hot dogs.
Sorry, Chicago.
They're good with nacho
Your
cheese
food
and
of
onions.
choice sucks.
Anyway.
Anyway,
I love hot dogs so much.
no, they're okay. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not something I go out of my way for, but if they're there, I'll eat like 6.
Oh, if
They're
you
a good
ever
lunch.
New York City, go to Gray's Papaya, sauerkraut and mustard dog. It's
I
one of the
would
best things I've
rather
ever had.
eat somebody's feet than sauerkraut. So
Oh, yeah.
I am here saying, Gray's Papaya, I love your hot dogs.
if you like sauerkraut, I hate you. Anyway,
I love sauerkraut.
This episode is brought to you by Grace Papaya.
I wish.
Have you guys ever had a hot dog from Sheetz? It's a local gas station.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, you're done. Stop. Finished.
cheese dogs from Sheets all the time, man.
God damn it.
I love them.
These people are tired of hearing about sheets.
All right, guys. Favorite side character for Friends? That's a hard question.
That's hard.
It's definitely not Janice. Gunther's okay.
Jean Claude
but
Van Damme.
Oh, well, he's a one-off.
It's fucking David.
Yeah, David. Mike, you mean
Yeah.
like recurring? Side
Okay,
character.
wait.
Yeah.
Does Mike count as a side character?
I don't think we should count him as a side character. I think he becomes main cast
Okay.
by the end. Actually, I kind of actually like Janice. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
loved that
Janice,
she
yeah.
was at the end. I loved that she was there, having a kid at the same time as Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Oh my.
And her last appearance on the show was maybe buying the house next to Monica and Chandler and selling her that house. Jane Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
she got her little friend spot.
You son of a bitch.
Well, we can tell Doug is typing.
No, I'm looking for something. Sorry.
Doug's like, was Jane Lynch in season 10 of Friends? I want to prove this son of a bitch wrong.
Fun fact, the lady who plays Janice, which her name is it? Fuck. It's
Maggie
escaping me.
Wheeler.
Maggie Wheeler, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Fran's treasure. I know that one.
She was the lady that sold Marshall and Lily that apartment.
Yeah, she was. She was the realtor in Dose Tripla.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And she talked like Maggie Wheeler, not like Janice.
Yeah, she talked completely normal.
Well, she sound like normal.
They didn't go that far ripping her off.
Wait, she
Yeah.
has a normal?
Oh, she doesn't talk like that at all. It actually hurt her voice to do that.
What?
Yeah,
Or do we know what Janice did in Friends? Is that connected? Maybe she was realtor.
she was married to the Mattress King. I don't think she ever had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she didn't like have a career.
I don't think so.
I mean, she dressed like a realtor.
Yeah, she did. Maybe she was a realtor, and that's connective tissue.
Oh, maybe.
Fun fact, she did teach Tom Kenny how to laugh for SpongeBob, but
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
is that true?
no.
I was gonna say that's so fucking weird.
Damn it, Adrian. I was just rolling with it.
I was ready to believe it.
I'm glad you asked him.
I do 100% believe that in Friends, she was like a realtor and then she decided to move to a different part of New York and sell apartments because that would be another thing that How I Met Your Mother stole from Friends.
And it'd be so easy because New York is massive, so that's really believable.
It's
like
true.
Friends would
Oh, yeah.
do.
You could definitely move somewhere else in New York and never see the same group of people.
Oh, easily. You move up an apartment building next to your apartment building and never see the same.
That's true. A lot of people don't even leave their house other than go to work.
Is that a Friends or How I Met Your Mother thing when they say, like, you don't even... Oh, I think it's when Ted and Stella are fighting about moving to Long Island. Because Stella's like, I love my neighbors. Ted's like, I know my neighbors. I love that guy.
Yeah, that's How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Friends actually made that joke because they interacted with some of them.
Oh, because definitely the candy episode.
Yeah.
They'll come for
Jesus.
Monica's maple candy.
Yeah. Like it's crack.
How I Met Your Mother did this thing, like it was like a running joke about how much they hate New Jersey, and that is a New York.
I think
that
that's
is a New York
thing too.
It is, but they never do that in Friends. Like they never bring it up in Friends.
They
at
never
all.
have like that rivalry.
Jersey Shore didn't exist yet.
Yes,
I 100% don't think that was as big of a thing when Friends was.
You think you're better than me?
On the air.
Wait, you think you're better than me?
Like Jersey was still like a respectable place before when Friends was around.
I do. The drunk train is one of my favorite episodes.
Absolutely. The girls are like, we live in Jersey. That's pretty much New York. No, that's not pretty much New York.
You
are not pretty much New Yorkers.
Barney's like, easy.
Barney's like, fuck.
He knew it was over at that moment.
You're not from Missouri? He tries to back up to the girls and like put their arms around them.
Don't they get beat up or something in that episode? That he's like, we can have, thank God we almost were alive sex or something.
They got robbed.
And then he's like, we can meet in front of this bar tomorrow. What's it called? McLaren. She's like, all right, it seems pretty lame. No, I think it looks pretty cool.
Ted can't help himself.
Ted can't help himself. But my favorite is I love drunk Ted. Yeah, one of the best lines you get from Ted in the whole series. How easy do you think it would be to sneak into a zoo? I need to see some penguins, like right now.
And penguins are 100% my spirit animal, and I feel Ted on that one.
I need to see some penguins like right now.
Like right now. And then the Budum episode. Oh, so that would mean I didn't get blackout
Adrian,
drunk.
I gotta point out, you have a really good fake drunk guy voice. Like, right now. You like just nailed it.
Well, I take experience from my real drunkenness.
He records himself and listens back to it.
The secret is I'm so in character, I drank 7 Long Islands before saying that line.
I just listened to our Spider-Man episode.
Adrian's a method actor.
Adrian's, you got it out before I could. He's very method.
Definitely.
Nice.
I'm character actor, I'm method actor. But
I'm a voice guy.
I don't even act, I'm just drunk.
I'm just drunk. I just getting drunk. No, but my other favorite Ted one is when they do the it's the Budum episode. When him and Barney are drinking for the Budum, they make it a drinking game. And then Ted's he's talking to Robin the next day. He's like, oh, that would mean I didn't get blackout drunk and throw up all over myself last night. Oh, wait, I did both those things. Face. No longer fucking vomit free since 93. Ted Sherbotsky. I don't care. Actually, I'll take her last name.
Actually, at that point, he already wasn't because he did the re-return.
Oh, that's right. He threw up on her front.
Yeah.
That Barney made him tell and made Victoria super awkward.
Yeah, god damn it. Oh my god, that's awful. I'm going to go in the kitchen and do some push-ups. Tantrum.
There's another question. Out of the slew of women that Ted dated, who do you think would have been the best option for him to be with? Because I think it was Victoria.
Victoria, 100%.
Not the Victoria we got in season 8.
No, not the.
Because that Victoria sucked.
Yeah, the Victoria from the very beginning of the show was like perfect for Ted.
Victoria Silvstedt, Playmate of the Year.
Who does that look like? Victoria Silvstedt, Playmate of the Year.
Sorry, basketball. A very obscure basketball reference.
So good.
Like 10 people listening will get that.
That was really out of nowhere. Jesus.
I just heard Victoria, and that's right where my mind went.
Dude, every time I just didn't say it out loud.
I've seen that movie too many times.
Oh, yeah. Wake up, bitch. You're my new best friend. Really? Are we going to the zoo?
To see some penguins?
Mike, I think you told me this. I think the show creators were in agreement because Victoria was going to be the mom if the show was canceled, like after the first season.
I think they didn't expect it to last very long. Right. So they had a exit strategy or I'm trying to think of the right word for it. They had a backup plan.
Exit strategy was right.
A contingency.
Yeah, they had a contingency plan.
It's a fancy way of saying exit strategy.
Yeah, it really is. Mike, you nailed it from the beginning, really.
They said that if the show was canceled after the first season, that Victoria was going to be the mother. They still had planned on the mother being dead. Like that was planned from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was the show. It was always planned for Ted to end up with Robin.
My problem with How I Met Your Mother is and always has been that they didn't show the mom till the end of season 8. I think she should have been introduced way before that, and you had time to get to know the character because I didn't give a shit about the mom that whole ninth season.
I still think she never should have had her face shown.
Do you want to know what my problem with the show is? As much as I love it, I love it more than Friends. I mean, I love both shows equally. Not equally. Fuck. I love both shows very much.
There you go.
I love How I Met Your Mother a little bit more. But I feel that the whole Ted and Robin thing failed because the show went on too long. Like, if it would have ended around season 4 or 5, him getting back with Robin wouldn't have sucked as bad. But because there was all of this character development for 9 years, like Barney becoming like an actually like good person, and it made more sense for him and Robin to be together, we would have never got any of that if it had ended after like season 4 or 5.
Yeah, I like how they spent like several seasons pointing out every way in which they just don't work and aren't compatible.
That's my thing.
In the end.
It's like the thing about them is they're just really, at the end of the day, they're not right for each other.
I wanted to bring this up earlier, when we were just talking about Robin, about like one of my favorite just one-off scenes with her is a great example, actually, and it's when they're dating and Ted talks about how nobody says daddy's home to Robin Scherbatsky, and shows the thing where like he hears a noise and he's like out there terrified, and she just like kicks open the door with a shotgun. I
got this.
Yeah, and I'm just that kills me. I love it.
Nobody says, "Who's your daddy?" to Robin Scherbatsky. You're your own daddy.
Yeah.
Or when Ted's talking about, I've come home to this apartment to some weird situations. He walks in and Robin is pointing a gun at 2 robbers and they're pointing guns at her. They're like in a Mexican standoff. I want to know more about that story.
How'd that end?
Yeah.
Apparently for Ted and Robin. But...
Yeah, where are those bodies?
It's New York, man.
I find it funny in season 2 when they get together, Barney's like, what are you going to do when Ted finds out that you're into guns?
Oh, yeah, she has to, like, cancel her subscription.
Yeah, she's, like, calling everything. She's like, no, it's fine that you're out with Barney. And then she hangs up, and then she's like, anyway, so about that magazine.
Yeah, she gets it sent to her office address.
They're like, I was like, oh, we could send it to your office. She's like, oh, yeah, let's do that.
Don't they offer her like a gun alarm clock or something?
Yeah. I think it's like a hand grenade alarm clock or something. Yeah.
She's like, can I give you my work address?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like Robin even says one of her lines in the show, like that's a good line at the time, is all you need is 2 things, chemistry, and then they say, what's the other thing? Timing. And timing's a bitch. And it's like her and Ted have chemistry, but the things they want are so different. Like that's where the timing kind of comes in.
To be fair, in the time in which he's going back and finally getting Robin back and giving her the blue French horn again, he is old, established. His kids are almost done. He could travel with her now and he did the kid thing. He has them. He doesn't need them. He doesn't need to have more. So Robin kind of makes sense at that point.
And that aspect, the timing works.
Yeah. See, that's what I was going to say. Like a lot of fans who try to defend the ending will say that, well, Robin didn't want kids and she couldn't have kids, so she couldn't be with Ted when Ted wanted kids. So he needed to be with Tracy first to get his kids. Like that was his soulmate. Robin was just who he was supposed to end up with in the end.
Man, the mom is so forgettable. I didn't even realize who you were talking about when you said Tracy at first.
TM, Tracy McConnell.
I think you are mistaken. That is TM, Ted Mosby.
That umbrella's TM, totally mine.
That is a great fucking scene.
Oh yeah, they play off each other so well. Which in that regard,
that's actually
wow. What? When we talked about side characters, none of us said Bryan Cranston's side character.
I actually thought of him, but he's not in it. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like Artillery Arthur more than I like Bryan Cranston.
Oh, I do too. I love Artillery Arthur. Saul Goodman.
I can't remember Christine something. I can't remember her last name.
Meliotti or
when she auditioned for the part, that was the scene that they made her do, and they made everybody audition with Josh Radnor.
Oh, okay. So, they had to do that ending scene.
Yeah, and like they were like, oh, she was the only one they said nailed it. Like their chemistry was like automatically good.
Well, plus, honestly, as much as I didn't really care about the mom at all in that last season because they didn't introduce her earlier, that scene when they're in the hotel room and she's playing La Vie en Rose and he's sitting there just enjoying that hits me every time.
Yeah, that's great.
It really does make me feel things because that's a like she's got a great voice. Ted obviously loves that song because he's sitting there just listening to this woman he doesn't even know. And the way he just tells his kids, that's the first time I ever heard your mom play La Vie en Rose. That was beautiful.
It's, it's so weird because they kind of set it up. They had so many opportunities to meet. Like they just kept missing each other.
Which they could have done multiple seasons. They didn't have to do that all in one season.
With like with the whole Darren thing, like she's like, the best man just punched out Darren, and she's like, I want to buy him your finest scotch.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, to be fair, we met the mother like in season 4 or 5. We met her ankle.
Oh God! I assure you, that was not her.
Oh, no, it definitely wasn't. But you know what they say: once you've seen someone's ankle, you pretty much know them. Isn't that what they say?
That's what the kids are saying these days.
I think Confucius said that.
In certain cultures, if you see a woman's ankle, that is
true.
That is a lot to know about her.
Oh, God damn it.
All right. Jokes you can't say. Don't say themselves. All right.
Hey, I didn't call out any cultures specifically.
No. I'm stopping myself from making jokes about what you said.
I actually had to look it up because I knew it was a moment, but I forgot what it was. In season 1, the limo ride when Ted writes the limo, when Robin gets out, like, you know, when it hits New Year's and she gets out and gives Ted a kiss.
Yeah.
Actually, Levy and Rose is playing.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That song has an impact for him, for both of his main girls.
Wow.
I knew that was a moment in the show. I just couldn't remember when it was. So Robin also has the Levy and Rose moment.
Can we agree that How I Met Your Mother, when it comes to their soundtrack, knew the perfect songs to pick for every moment? As far as like between that and Friends, like How I Met Your Mother just...
There's only one show, in my opinion, that did it better, and that was Scrubs.
Scrubs did it very well.
Scrubs used music you never would have heard. That's why it worked so well.
I know that Corey says he doesn't care about like the mother or not, but like that whole ending scene in season 8 when...
Oh, the Shins.
Simple Song. Yeah, when the Simple Song by the Shins starts playing.
Yep.
Like that song puts you in the feels through that entire scene, that
For
sequence
sure.
of events going on.
And when Ted first sees Victoria and it plays, of course, Soul Meets Body, we were just talking about Death Cab for Cutie. For me, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean I don't care about the mom. Like, I didn't feel anything when she like died, and
No, right.
I cared that Ted was like losing the woman he was looking for his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't care about the actress playing her because I didn't get to know her.
No, right. I love the character, and I love how she met everybody else before she met Ted.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's
not
kinda cool.
Not the actress, I'm sure, but the character.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's hard to put this because yes, the actress was perfectly fine. She's great.
She was perfect for Ted, I think.
I was just helping you avoid like stepping on an accidental
No. Thank you. I'm just them adding an actress that was never introduced ever before made me not care about the character.
No, right. And I do love her. I love the episode where they talk about her and Max. Like they give her some background, but they do it so late.
If they had sprinkled that in,
if they had given her like an episode in season 7 and an episode in season 8 or something like that, like
exactly. She didn't have to
or
be
made
part
her
of the
like
show.
a second main character and let her have flashbacks. Like
that would have been cool. Yeah, because that episode in season 9 called I think pretty sure it's called How I Met Your Father.
Yeah,
is really well done. Like I love that episode. It's one of my favorites from season 9. Oddly,
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is if they had given her just an episode a season or 2 episodes a season to build her up a little bit to where then when she's merging with the main characters, it meant something.
I would agree with that
because all the build up with Ted and stuff was beautiful, like the yellow umbrella and all that stuff. It really was a great build up, but it's just it took too long and we didn't know her. So I agree in that front.
So at what point during this series did you realize that the mother was probably dead? Because there were clues. I mean, if you really, really paid attention throughout the series, there were clues.
Before we answer this, real quick fun fact I'm going to throw in there. It's not an Adrian one, but there was a context clue to Marshall's dad being dead. He flashes forward to a Thanksgiving where he has a lightsaber, and his dad's the only one not sitting at the table.
Yeah, and that's why he's carving it.
That's why he's carving it.
Oh, that's a nice little detail.
Yeah,
How I Met Your Mother was great with those little details.
It really was.
It's like you guys have said in other episodes and whatnot when we've talked about the show. It was they knew what they wanted from the start.
They had a vision.
It was
we just kind of wish they had changed some of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
They should have changed the Robin Ted thing. Like I know that was their plan from the beginning, but as the show progressed, like I mean, take Friends for example. They never intended for Chandler and Monica to be like a end game thing.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that in part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like they they went with the flow, whereas How I Met Your Mother was like, no, we're sticking to our guns no matter what.
Which I can respect.
Even if they knew that it was going to piss the fans off.
You have to have some give and take. Like Carter Bays and Craig Thomas were so like set in their like end game and their picture.
I think they just love the idea of that love story. I think that's what it was. They wanted to tell that story, and they were never gonna deviate from that.
Which, like Doug said, you can respect it.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it.
And I guess in a way, the way he was talking to his kids all those years, if he didn't still love Aunt Robin, it was a little weird how much he gushed over.
Yep.
I just for me, the weirdest thing wasn't that it was that he told deeply about the two women that probably would have ended up with had he not met their mother, like a lot. Like Victoria. Yeah. If you guys just didn't exist, I'd be with you.
I do love that they already knew what they were going to name the mother too from season 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's in that strip club, and he says, "Oh, my name's actually Tracy." He's like, "Still Ted." And then he's like, "Kids, that's how I met your mother." And they're like, "What?" So clearly that had to be her name because they were like,
Tracy. Yeah, that's great. And then his kids' names are Penny and Luke, which is just perfect for Ted. His lucky Penny, and then of course Star Wars. That's the dream. I have a girl who's not only hot but loves Star Wars. That's the dream. Marshall, you hated it, didn't you? Hated it. What was up with that talking bear? He was a Wookiee.
And he just goes, and the other guy's like, "Okay, Mr. Bear, let's go this way."
Yeah, they just understood him.
I love Marshall's line when he's talking to Ted. He's like, "The only people that don't like Star Wars, Ted, are the people who were there. They lived the Star Wars."
That's because they lived them, Ted. They lived the Star Wars. He's like, that's not just a movie. That's his all-time favorite movie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's great. No, but to answer your original question, I'll be honest, my first time through, I don't think I was insightful enough to realize the mother was dead. I honestly don't think I picked it up.
No, I didn't either.
I'm not going to lie and say like, oh, season 3, episode 7.
I didn't really notice like a lot of the hints like my first watch through, but about like season like 6 or 7, I was kind of like, you would think that he's spending all this time talking to his kids. Where the fuck has the mom been this entire time as he's talking to them?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's when I started thinking, I'm like, she must not be around anymore.
Yeah.
See, I always look at the story as one story that they were sitting there for in just like one night, like one evening.
Well, it has to be because they don't change clothes.
Exactly. So I never thought about it like that, I guess.
He forced those kids to sit there for a week and a half.
They even make a little joke where Stella comes in that one episode, and she's like, "Is your father still telling you guys a story about how blah blah blah?" Like, so like they do that, and then you're like, you never see her come in and do that. Like, okay,
oh, that's true. Like you see Stella, and
I think my problem is I didn't watch it when it was airing. I actually, my cousin Adrian, our cousin Heather, I lived with her for a little bit, and she told me I should watch it, and I'd never seen it. So I was like, all right, season 9 was the last one, right?
Yes.
Season 9 was about to come out in like 2 months. And she's like, it's my favorite show. We have to watch it. And we binged all 8 seasons until 9 came out.
Didn't watch How I Met Your Mother till it was almost over?
Nope.
I didn't start watching How I Met Your Mother until it was 5 seasons in.
Corey, did Heather get you introduced to the show by saying, do you like Friends, right? Then you're going to like How I Met Your Mother.
She said, do you want to watch a carbon copy of Friends with one less friend? I was like, okay.
Well, that sounds pretty cool, I guess.
Did you ever watch the spinoff of Friends that you've never seen before?
They obviously hint at her being dead heavily in season 9.
Yeah.
If it's not obvious by the one episode when they're talking about how she's heard all of his stories, and she makes the comment like, "Well, what mother wouldn't be there for her daughter's wedding?"
That is
she
when I figured it out. He almost starts crying.
That's what it is. Yeah, but,
that's when I figured it out. Yeah,
that gives me the same Breaking Bad vibes when Skylar says like, "I bet you'll regret saying that when your daughter grows up and starts dating." And like Walt just gives this look like, I'm not going to be around when she grows up. Gives me those same kind of sad vibes. Yeah, but she's dead.
She's dead.
She's deadsies.
Damn it.
If you want to feel something, you watch How I Met Your Mother. If you want to laugh your ass off, you watch Friends.
Right. If you want to feel something and laugh your ass off, watch How I Met Your Mother. No, I'm just trying to get Doug and Corey fired up.
It's not going to work with me. I agree with you.
Friends is clearly just better.
But speaking of the
It's
mother,
okay.
did her band ever make it? Do you think she ever did anything with
think
her
she
musical
died.
career? Oh yeah, she died. Yeah, I guess we established that.
No, they were considered one of the best wedding bands in the area. Remember?
Yeah, because that girl Ted was dating that ended up being a lesbian, like because they used to be roommates, right?
Yeah,
that was her
Wait,
roommate.
wait, hold up. Let me pull a Corey here. So wait, Ted dated a student who
Yeah.
who actually was a lesbian, and so what you're saying is like they just took two tropes from two different girls and put them into one for Ted.
So it's different
for us. Oh, so
It's okay. We already talked about the student thing in the last episode.
I know, but Adrian mentioned a lesbian thing, so like it got me thinking.
Speaking of music, another one of my favorite moments from How I Met Your Mother is when
I don't think anyone said anything about music.
No, we were talking about her band.
Oh, okay.
And we mentioned the soundtrack, and we talked about the Shins.
I more can't believe that Mike said lesbian 3 times and none of us said anything.
I think I started by saying lesbian. I think.
Yeah, Adrian said it first.
Yeah,
now we've said it 3 more times.
What's the thing to say? Like, what is it?
I don't think anybody do people find that offensive?
I didn't mean we said anything like.
Oh boy, here we go.
This needs edited out.
That isn't even what I was getting at. My bad.
You know those two, they're same-sex life partners.
See, again, not what I was getting at.
Sexes.
I just meant, like, what would we say? Like, he said it 3 times, and I never said anything. I don't know what you mean.
Speaking of music, though, another one of my favorite moments from How I Met Your Mother is when they're watching the behind the music on Robin Daggers.
Yeah.
And Alex Trebek says, and that day is now known in music history as the day grunge was born. Ted's like, in 96 in Canada? That seems right, Trebek. And then fucking Marshall says, give him a break. He's not a music guy. And then Geddy Lee from Rush says the same thing. Marshall's like, that's a bummer.
That's when
grunge was born.
I know we touched on it I think the last episode about the custom music that they made for that show is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
I forgot that Geddy Lee.
Do you guys have a favorite?
Like, what do you mean, like in
out of the made up songs for the show, which one's your favorite?
Well, it's hard not to say let's go to the mall. I mean, so let me get this straight. You want people to go to the mall today?
I think mine is Nothing Suits Me Like a Suit.
That is, yeah.
Absolutely my favorite segment ever in that show.
Neil Patrick Harris kills it.
I'm a sucker for a musical.
Yeah.
Most shows have like a musical episode, and it's always my favorite one. Nothing Suits Me Like a Suit. I rewind it and watch it multiple times. I love it.
It's a great song.
It's
the part of that song where he's walking through
best
and
are my best friends.
he's talking like each individual character is trying to convince him to go with something else other than a suit. Like that's my favorite part of that song.
A closet of suits and a big pile of gold suits. Lily, come on, Lily, get your head out of your ass.
I'm over on the top 3 goals of Neil Patrick Harris. If you haven't seen Dr. Horrible sing along vlog, I recommend it.
Absolutely,
he's so talented.
He
Probably the most talented. I mean, aside from because Josh Radnor's a theater guy, I'd say Neil Patrick Harris is probably the most talented on that show.
I'd say he's more talented than Josh Radnor, regardless of whether or not he's a theater.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen any of Josh Radnor's theater stuff. So.
Neil Patrick Harris's character in Matrix alone makes him an amazing actor.
Oh,
he had some notes. He had some notes in that movie that I didn't think he could do. Like not music notes, sorry.
Yeah,
acting notes that I didn't know he had.
I told you I was really happy. I was happily surprised to see his role was much bigger than I expected.
Movie.
I thought you were talking about music. I was going to say, like, did you watch an extended cut that I didn't see?
There was a whole singing scene you didn't see.
The analyst is a whole musical.
He hit notes you couldn't hear.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Oh, I'm glad Adrian doesn't write musicals. That was terrible.
Well, hey, I'm starting on something. It's going to be great.
This the Matrix, bitch. And then he breaks into a rap.
Jesus. That was a little aggressive.
All right, well, we have radically different directions on. Also, Marshall's "You Just Got Slapped" is great.
Yes,
for sure. Yes, I love when they brought the Boys to Men in to do it.
Yes, that's so good. That whole episode's amazing.
Was that that?
Yeah, when he's telling him, the slap of 1,000
suns or whatever, exploding suns or.
I love how both Lily and Robin's characters are super old, but yet they, oh, you look so young. And then Ted's like, he's like, but you look so young. He's like, you look like you're like 35. And he's like, dude, I'm 34.
I'm 34. I also love when Ted's dying and it's taking forever. And he's like, here's the thing about accuracy, okay? You want to be like really, really accurate. That's his advice.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
He's like, well, now that's going to take me like another 10 minutes. This is awkward.
You can go. You can go.
You can go.
I mean, season 9 had a lot of good episodes, a lot of good moments, but I think I would agree it was kind of ruined with the whole. Okay, we're gonna make an entire season out of 3 days. Like that was kind of weird.
I don't like that Marshall wasn't with him most of the time.
No, that sucked too.
Oh yeah, how do you break up the gang in the last season?
Like don't get me wrong. I think that they went for something that a lot of shows don't normally do, like sitcoms don't do for sure, by trying to make an entire season out of like a weekend. Yeah, it was on paper, it sounded like it'd be
that would have been
awesome
like
idea.
Chandler not being in the last season of Friends. Like,
it really would have been.
Yeah. I mean, it's a sitcom. It's no 24. You know.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Hey, talking about shows that suck and are horrible.
A lot of shit happens every day in that world.
That dude kicks a lot of groins. Yeah. What's his name? Like Jack
Bauer.
Shepherd. Jack Bauer.
God damn it! I only think of It's Always Sunny. God damn it, Jack Bauer, you really are the man.
Was it Rick and Morty where what animated show was it where they made fun of him and had him like run like 100 yards and kick someone in the groin with like an iron boot?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Is that a Family Guy thing?
I don't know.
Sounds like a Family Guy thing.
You could hear him coming, and it was like the build-up was so ridiculous.
It does sound like a Family Guy thing.
Well, I think it's probably the point of the night where we need to get an answer out of Adrian.
I agree.
Yeah, because the host is on his cell phone, so...
Is it that time already, huh?
It is that time.
13 minutes maximum.
Maximum.
I'm sorry, 12.
We already heard your pros and cons list, all right?
All right, so here's what he showed it better.
Which is a very Ted thing to do, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Did you get a yellow legal pad to do that?
Do we have to get an intervention poster?
It's not yellow.
I have what each did better.
Damn, you're really struggling over here.
I've been struggling with this since we recorded this episode a year ago and didn't release it.
And kids, they really cheered. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Give him your number. What? Give.
Oh, that was so well done. I love that.
Adrian sidetracking us. Don't
Stop
let it happen.
So, anybody else want to talk about some other great moments? Or?
How about you give us a Friends fun fact?
Yeah, why don't you give us some more Friends fun facts while you think about which one you like better?
Let's do that. Okay, so
drain all your stalling material.
Literally, I'm going to go through everything else I have. So this was something that Friends did that no other show had ever done before. So Friends, as you guys probably know, the entire cast petitioned that they are going to quit the show unless they all get paid the same salary. Like no cast of characters in a show had ever, like in the first season, they were all paid slightly differently. In season 2, they said they're not coming back unless each cast member is paid the exact same.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, and that really like changed the future of television, them doing that.
They 100% really did become friends. Like, it wasn't just a cast of people that had to work together.
If
they still talk and hang out today.
Yeah.
If anything ever happened where we were doing like live shows or anything, I'd do the same. Like if they tried to pay one of us more, I would think any of us would probably do the same thing except Doug.
That's true. I'd be like, fuck you guys, I deserve the most.
No, I've pushed for equal shares for all 4 of us since day one, even though I was
That's true. You know, we really seemed like we try to paint Doug in a terrible light.
He does it to himself. No, but
Doug's actually a really great guy. Don't let us lie to you.
He's a villain with a heart of gold.
We did not get those paintbrushes out. Doug handed us those paintbrushes with paint already on them and a blank canvas.
Mike, I'm doing the future Ted. He wasn't.
He wasn't.
Doug's
Mike's
a great
letting
guy.
me
He's
paint
not.
myself as like the tragic hero here, and you guys like, no, stop! Don't let them do it.
Real estate's always a great investment. It's not.
It's not. In fact, it's much like gambling. Anyway.
Which Barney is really good at.
Yes, he is. No, never met them before. Legendary.
Legendary.
Jennifer Aniston was very close to not returning for season 10 of Friends.
I did.
Yeah.
I think they mentioned that in the
in
the reunion.
They said that in the reunion, but I don't remember why.
That would have been a weird ass. She said, pretty much, okay, anything, you guys know anything I can do to tie back to Seinfeld, I will.
Oh, Jesus.
So much like Jerry Seinfeld ended at season 9, Jennifer Aniston wanted to quit the show when people still love them. And she felt like if they kept dragging it on, it's going to get to a point where people like got fatigued.
You mean like kind of like How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah. So she literally returned in season 10, like on the stipulation that that's the final season.
It worked. It needed to be.
I think it ended at the right time.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. But season 10 was only like 13 episodes, right?
It was a lot shorter.
Yeah, it wasn't a full 24, but
I think that was the other thing is like, I think, didn't they agree that they didn't want to do a full season? That's the only way she came back.
Yeah, that was part of it.
I mean, that was probably part of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to people that were almost cast. As far as Chandler, there were 2 options there. John Cryer, if you guys know 2.5 Men.
Oh,
I don't hate John Cryer.
I don't hate him.
I don't, but I don't see him in that role.
I think he would have done perfectly fine in that role. He wouldn't have been the Chandler we know now.
Right.
But I think John Cryer would have been quippy enough to carry Chandler's
character. He would have been, but Chandler would not have been my favorite character from that show. If
that is the thing, is Chandler might not have been my favorite character, but I think he would have fit fine.
Thank God that alien luggage show didn't work out for Matthew Perry. And then the other option was the best goddamn thing to ever happen to the MCU, fucking Jon Favreau.
Which they did bring him in to play Pete.
Yeah, he was Pete.
Yeah.
Am I the ultimate fighting champion? No. Then I'm not quitting.
I think didn't he like write some of those episodes?
Friends?
Probably. Knowing Jon Favreau, he probably did.
Dude did it all.
He did. He still does.
He's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the MCU.
They owe him a lot.
I will not give Adrian half of what he was saying during the first Spider-Man episode, but I will 100% thank Jon Favreau for giving us the MCU. He 100% did.
Because if he would have fucked up that first Iron Man movie, it would not exist.
It wouldn't have happened.
And I'd personally love to never talk about that first Spider-Man movie episode again.
In my head, it doesn't exist.
No, it exists. There's nothing you can do about it.
Doctor Strange did a spell, and we all forgot about it.
Enough people have listened to it now that it definitely exists in the echelon.
I know.
Corey?
It exists
Sorry,
in
buddy.
it exists in the CSU, the Culture Shock universe.
Man, that universe sucks.
You guys should probably stop listening.
I disagree.
They only have 4 characters.
They only have 4 characters.
There's no character development whatsoever. They all suck.
Yeah, right.
And none of them have any real skills. So
Oh, never mind. You said they.
really
I was gonna say 4 characters. What is this, Gotham Knights? But then you said none of them have skills. Robin, Red
Gotham
Hood,
Knights
Nightwing,
clearly
and
have
Batgirl,
skills.
they all have skills.
Lots of them.
They have a particular set of skills.
All right. I think Adrian's avoiding.
Yeah.
Everybody else, just repeat, just say again for the record what your favorite show is.
Friends. Oh, you agree?
friends.
Cool. We got Adrian's answer, guys.
Oh, no, wait, no. I was doing Smelly Cat. It's Friends.
Doug is on his front porch sipping sweet tea, talking about Friends.
And I got a big ass poster. That
I am
says,
standing
"Join
at the
Friends."
fence, leaning against it, talking to Mike.
As I'm going, ba 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 ba.
He is on the other side talking to me. We're talking about Friends and How I Met Your Mother. Adrian is literally standing on the fence, just trying to talk to us, and we're avoiding him.
It's true.
So go
Pick a
ahead, Adrian.
side.
Tell us.
I'll pull a Randy, and if you don't talk to me, I'll pull a Randy. You are a fat, ugly whore.
Choose a side, Adrian.
In the context of the show, he's trying to learn to pick up a girl.
Oh,
not a
I don't think that's the way you do it.
It's one of the best parts of the show, though.
Really?
Disarm her by saying something
By making fun
offensive.
of her.
Yeah.
Haley, you are a fat ugly whore.
Jesus Christ.
It did not work.
Randy's one of my favorite side characters.
Yes.
He actually has a monocle. Good luck killing James Bond. I'm getting in all the lines I didn't get to say right at the end. No, but okay. At the end of the day, when it comes to mystery versus history, oh no, wait, that's a How I Met Your Mother episode.
Math, science, history.
You know, I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again because I'm fucking such a coward with this. I'm gonna say one show here, but this is literally a 9 to an 8.9. It's that fucking close. And every time I watch one of these shows, it changes.
He didn't say either was a 10. You can all hate him for that. It's okay.
No, they're not a 10.
True story.
There's only one show that was a 10 out of 10.
24?
Exactly. Jack Bauer is my hero.
God damn it, Jack.
I'm the one who
This
knocks.
is the tale of Captain Jack Barrow.
At the end of the day, I lay down on the fence and my body falls over on Mike's side. Ultimately, How I Met Your Mother is this much more in my heart than Friends is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we accomplished absolutely fucking nothing.
2 episodes to accomplish nothing. I find myself defending How I Met Your Mother more. I find myself like just more moments come to my head like at a more regular rate. When I watch Friends, I'm like, oh yeah, this is better. But then, like, when it's been a while since I've watched either show, How I Met Your Mother just sticks with me a little bit more. I guess it's the more modern take on Friends. You know, it's like the 94 versus 2004.
That is the thing. Like, I've been to a lot of comedy shows, stand-up comedy shows, and when you like, I've gone to a lot of movies. I remember the movies for months and months. I've been to a lot of stand-up shows. You kind of forget the jokes the next day. You enjoyed yourself, but the comedy's gone. You laughed, haha. It's done.
Yeah.
Movies stick with you because they make you think, and that is probably why How I Met Your Mother would stick with you a little longer.
Not to say Friends doesn't hold up because it's an older show. I love fucking Seinfeld and I love The Fresh Prince and all that shit. And I love Friends. But just How I Met Your Mother.
One of my favorite shows of all time is MASH. So
yeah, Doug loves really old shows.
I think I'm the only one here.
I
like
love
MASH.
them too.
So not to say Friends doesn't hold up. That's not what I'm saying. But if you were to show both of these shows to somebody today in 2022, there's going to be a ton of Friends references that go right over people's heads. Like, I don't know what they're referring to there.
But even with some of the pop culture references in Friends, like, it doesn't take away from how hilarious that show is.
Oh no,
Would
not
you
at all.
say that there'd be a culture shock, Adrian?
Since there was a tie and clearly we didn't come to a full conclusion with this debate, maybe you as a listener should send us an email and let us know what your thoughts are. And what's that email again, Corey?
That email is cultureshocked17@gmail.com. Let us know what you think, why we were right, why we were wrong. You can just email us to tell us to fuck off. I don't care. It's fine.
Actually, I prefer that one.
If you don't want to go do it through email, I know that's a bit of a millennial way to do things. We also have a Twitter.
Read our blog.
CS Podcast 21. That is our Twitter. Please get on there, and I'm going to post about this episode, and please get on there and debate whether or not we were right, where you lean. Maybe we'll do another episode, and maybe we'll be swayed a little bit one way or another. I doubt it, but you can also find us on Facebook at Culture Shock 21 and Instagram.
We'll do an episode again in 2030 when when How I Met Your Mother actually
when it has a reunion.
Isn't it 2030? When Ted is like goes and gets Robin?
Yeah, I think it is 20.
I think so, yeah.
And when it doesn't actually happen, we'll roast it.
And we'll also, in that episode in 2030, we'll also cover all 4 episodes of How I Met Your Father and why it got canceled.
Wait, did you say 4 seasons?
4 episodes.
Oh, 4. I thought you were going on record for 4 seasons. Oh, and also, we never say this, but along with giving us a review, rate us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcasts. That'd be very helpful.
They're very helpful.
Just smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Give
What's
us
up,
5
YouTube
stars.
fam?
Oh, yeah.
And while we're doing shameless plugs, if you like stuff like this, if you want to see movie reviews, rankings, talk about video games, you can come check out my YouTube page at Baker Reviews. I have a video coming out tomorrow, but this will come out in a couple weeks, so hopefully I have a video coming out the next day. Baker Reviews on YouTube.
What was that again?
That's Baker Reviews on YouTube. Baker Reviews. Baker is in Baker. Reviews is in
It's about
reviews.
making cakes.
It's totally about making
Yes,
cakes.
I'm making cakes. I'm making a How I Met Your Mother one soon.
All right. So since we finally got an answer out of Adrian,
It only took me a year.
we talked about all the great moments from both shows in these last 2 episodes. We've talked about the heartbreaking moments. We've talked about which show is better. Clearly, it's How I Met Your Mother.
Clearly.
Clearly.
And there's Homer Simpson.
There's Homer Simpson. Wait, what's he doing here?
Don't.
I'm glad I was able to time that for comedic effect.
You really were.
Now Homer Simpson is now part of the CSU.
Addly doodly, neighborino.
Oh, no.
Haddly doodly, haddly doodly.
Diddly.
They told me the
All right.
devil would be attractive.
So since all 4 of us have finally come to a definitive answer on which show we prefer, I think that'll do it for us here at Culture Shocked. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. And please join us again for our next episode next week, whatever that may be. For all of us here at Culture Shocked, good night.
Whoop-ha!